Thanks, Chair. Apologies if someone's already raised this issue with the department. I just want to ask a few questions about Venezuela and the situation over there at the moment. Does the department know how many, to use want of a better term, how many Venezuelan Australians there are at the moment?
Senator, I'll invite my colleague Julie Heckscher, who's First Assistant Secretary of the Americas Division, to come forward. So your question was how many? Yeah, look, just to build up, I'm just wondering how big the Venezuelan Australian community was and whether you'd had representations from them on this issue, the issue of the civil disobedience in Venezuela.
Thank you for the question, Senator. I don't believe I have information. Sorry, I'm Julie Heckscher, First Assistant Secretary of the Americas Division. I don't believe I have information about the size of the Venezuelan community in Australia. I can say that there are very few Australians in Venezuela.
Okay.
I know that wasn't the question, but I'm not aware also that we've received any specific representations from the Venezuelan community here, but I can take that on notice and check.
Yeah, understandably they're very concerned about what's going on in Venezuela, you know, the violence and the civil disobedience and the crackdown on protesters. Has the government made any or the department made any statements about the political situation in Venezuela?
We'll check that for you, Senator, but typically the way the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade conducts its relations, its role in all of this is through ambassadors or through formal representation. Members of a community tend not to deal with us direct on those sorts of issues, on community issues, but the formal diplomatic process will sometimes pick them up. So we'll check it over the lunch break if you like and see if we can give you more information on that.
Yeah, if you could. I know you do. You put out travel advisory alerts and these kind of things for certain countries, but I suppose the question that they ask me when they come to me is what can we do about it? And my answer is I'm not sure. I'll ask you guys. Yeah. So I mean, is there things we can do as a country, because they still have very close family connections with people in the country?
As the Secretary has said, we'll check the details over the lunch break. I can say that there is ongoing action within the UN system in relation to Venezuela, and we are certainly participating in those discussions. We have, it was last year, this has been quite a long-running process of escalating civil unrest and difficulties inside Venezuela. We certainly, in November 2016, we expressed concern during the UN Human Rights Council's Universal Periodic Review process about the deteriorating situation in Venezuela. In September 2016, we had joined 28 nations in making a joint statement on Venezuela at the Human Rights Council. In October 2016, our ambassador to Venezuela, our then ambassador to Venezuela, made representations directly to the Venezuelan Ministry of Foreign Affairs, outlining those concerns, and officials here have reiterated our concerns directly with the Venezuelan embassy here.
Okay, and we share intelligence with the US. Is there any information they're providing to the department about the situation, officially or unofficially, as to whether it's expected to deteriorate?
Senator, in terms of formal intelligence, we obviously don't comment on intelligence matters.
Okay, so if you could let me know after lunch, that'd be great. Thank you.
Certainly do that.
Thanks, Senator Whish-Wilson. We'll now